going on, y'all? It's your boy Mark Akins, Mr. Challenge Your Perception, and we back.
We back for season 2.
SFYS, Something for Your Sundays, brought to you by Gratifying Expressions. Here at Gratifying Expressions, we believe that everyone has the right to express themselves. Just do it in a way that others will be grateful that you did. Now, I've missed you guys. It's been a long time. A lot of good things are going on behind the scenes. A lot of changes are being made, organizational changes and structural changes. But we back. We right back, and the mission is the same. The mission is the same. We want to do what we can do to help you prevent burnout, anxiety, become more confident, be able to think for yourself and not just remember what others want you to remember. Think for yourself, and of course, learn and adopt mental straight. That's a big thing, and we're going to touch on that a little bit today as well. So let's go ahead and jump right into it. All right, and this is one of my famous quotes. It comes from my book, 111 Quotes to Challenge Your Perception. You shoot over to Amazon, you go ahead and grab that, search Mark Akins, or search 111 Quotes to Challenge Your Perception. It's a lot easier if you just go straight to yesiammark.com, and you can go ahead and grab it there. Even when your ice melts, you still have water, okay? Even when your ice melts, you still have water. This is a great quote, right? A lot of times people are so focused on what they intended things to be, continue to be, and be remembered as. But it's not always the case. Let's go talk about it. First things first, mental straight. This is something that can appear to be a loss rather than appear to be a new beginning. And so before we go ahead and digest it too much, and you're probably saying, Mark, it's just ice, it's just water. We all know. I'm just using this as an example in the metaphor, right? So you want to mental straight. You want to mental straight because before you move on and process the right thoughts and put the right thoughts in your head, focus on the right thoughts, and distribute the right thoughts out into the universe and the right actions and the right words,
You want to get everything out that doesn't need to be there.
Right? If you want to move new furniture into your office, you should probably get all the old furniture out. And it's not just to make space. You might still have space with the old furniture in, but you want the old stuff out because you're bringing the new in. You want to make this space new. It's the same thing with that space in your mind for your thoughts. So we want to mental straight. You want to write out all the negative thoughts about your ice melting. You want to write out all the beliefs of you keeping this ice forever. Get everything out. Write it out. Talk it out. And those things that you did write out, you obviously don't want in your head. So you want to go ahead and destroy those things. You want to physically destroy them. You want to destroy them where you can see them being destroyed rather than feel them destroy you. Remember, to mental straight, matter of fact, I'm going to put it up right here. Check it out. It's the definition. Yes, discharge all negative emotions, thoughts, feelings, everything that do not serve you. Because in a situation where your ice melts, you still have water. Let's think about it in a different way, all right? If you have, I don't know, a car, and let's say you pay for this car. It takes you 5 years to pay this car off. 5 years, whoa, 6 years, 7 years, whatever. It takes you all this time to pay this car off. You pay the car off, okay? Let's say you were ambitious and paid the car off in 3-4 years, whatever. However you want to envision this, don't worry about the time span. You paid the car off, okay? All of a sudden, you fall on hard times somewhere else in your life. I'm not wishing anything on anybody, and some people may be able to relate to me on this. But let's say a funeral came up. Let's say a surgery came up. Let's say a credit card expense came up. Something that now that you've paid this car off and you have this car, you have the option of melting the ice to take care of, to give the water to, right? If it was all of a sudden there's an emergency and your grandparents pass away, everybody's putting up $2,000. There was no insurance, there was no nothing. We got to make this work. And you be like, I ain't got it. You know, I could save up for it. Now that I'm not paying a car note, I ain't got it. You ain't got the water in your mind, but you got the ice. You see, if you sell the car, you melt the ice, you have the water, you can put the water where it needs to go. Snap your fingers twice if you know what I'm talking about. Now, keep in mind what I just was talking about. And be grateful / remember. Okay? Gratitude is something that if there's no space for it in your life, you need to immediately make a space for it. Be grateful every day that you woke up. You know, I say live today, end today, and end today as if you get to do today all over again, right? That's how you're grateful, because every day you wake up, it's a new today. It's a new chance to start all over. Defeat today, okay? Win today because you end today. Don't worry about tomorrow, because tomorrow really never comes. That's why tomorrow never dies, because it never comes. But be grateful. At least you got to have the car. At least you got the satisfaction of paying off the car. And all of this goes with remembering, right? When it comes to being grateful, it begins with remembering, all right? Remember what you have, why it's special to you, when did you get it, why did you get it, how did it make you feel, how does it continue to make you feel? When you jog your memory and you keep remembering and you recall those things, that's going to help you be grateful. You want to 100% be grateful, stay grateful that you had the ice. But realize, even if the ice melts, you still got the water. You still got the water. And last but not least, control what you can. Control what you can. Now, we'll go back to the ice and the water, but then we'll go back to the car example as well. You want to control what you can. You can't control that the ice gonna melt, right? In a way, if you keep the ice in a place where it's gonna be useless, then yeah, you get to keep your ice, right? You know, what good is having money that you never spend? Money is a tool, ultimately. It's energy, it's a tool. If you don't use it, it's worthless, right? If you have $10 million in the bank, but you sleep under a bridge, and you don't use it to buy food, you don't use it to buy water, you don't use it to buy a house, it's useless. If you don't use it, it's useless. So keeping that in mind, the ice is useless if you keep it where it's going to stay frozen. Now, when you go to use the ice, you think you lose the ice, but you're really phase changing it into the water that initially made the ice. Nothing from nothing leaves nothing. Something from something always leaves something. So control what you can. Realize that you can refreeze that same water. When ice melts, it doesn't evaporate, it melts. It doesn't steam off, it melts. It melts back into the water. Theoretically, you put this water back into your environment where it became the ice, the freezer. You can reuse, right? And so then, well, Mark, how does that work when you're trying to refreeze the car that I had to sell for help my grandparents' funeral? This is the thing. If you've been paying the car off for multiple years, I'm sure it cost more than $2,000. I'm sure it did. Remember, we said you had to put up $2,000. This is the point where you control what you can. Can you afford two? If you do melt the ice, can you afford one? Can you give what you can? Are you willing to give? If you're willing to give half of that, even one, right? You should be left with enough money to refreeze your water. And that would be buying another car, right? It could be investing in another one that you're going to be paying off. It could be buying one that you fully got paid off. But at that point, you are able to melt the ice, use some of the water, and remelt the ice. Remember? How can you not be grateful for that? Control what you can. Don't forget to mental straight. Discharge all those ideas, emotions, thoughts, feelings that don't serve your mental health at all. I want to thank you guys for joining me. Again, we back. We're going to be doing this one twice a month. So we're going to be riding with y'all all year long this one. Twice a month, every other week. Make sure y'all check in. Again, my name is Mark Akins. This has been Something for Your Sundays, Season 2, Episode 1. Let's go. Brought to you by Gratifying Expressions. Here at Gratifying Expressions, we believe that you have the right to express yourself. Just do it in a way to make others grateful that you did. Appreciate everything, y'all. Make sure y'all go to yesiammark.com. Check out the books. If you guys are looking for a speaker, a presenter, if you guys are looking for a coach, make sure you get at me. Give me a shot. Consultation is free, right? Questions are free. Go ahead, reach out to me. I'm on LinkedIn as well, Gratifying Expressions. Go like the page, drop me a note.